Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I thought they were not going to bring me this little bench for only 10 minutes. Mr. Speaker, sir, there have been many calls for a budget for the people. I congratulate the Minister for Finance for doing that. It is a budget for the people. I also thank the Honourable Leader of the Opposition for his contribution to the debate this morning on behalf of the Opposition as the Shadow Minister for Finance. I believe, Mr. Speaker, sir, that the Honourable Deputy Prime Minister has delivered the budget for the people. I have with me a 40-page printout of the speech by the Deputy Prime Minister. It is an outstanding blueprint for progress in the coming year, extending the initial effort that we started last year. Every page of the new budget is devoted in one form or another to the people, to their overall welfare and their needs, to the betterment of their families, to improving services to them, defeating poverty, opening up opportunities for prosperity, protecting the environment, and overcoming other challenges that we all face. It's all here, Mr. Speaker, sir. Several hundred pages of support documents are also dedicated to getting things right for the people. Some of the language is officialese in tone, and the statistics not very easy to follow. But the intent follows the same path as the budget, how life in Fiji can be improved so that the people attain as much happiness and prosperity as possible. The government's responsibility is to lay the platform and foundation for the people to build for themselves a healthy, happy, and prosperous life. As the old adage goes, Mr. Speaker, sir, you can take horses to water, but you cannot make them drink. A village in Nandronga asked the Alliance government to assist them with some farming implements when they were adjusting from sugarcane to food crop farming. While presenting the implements, the late Dr. Kulisangila asked the villagers, "Utukongani kerevia wana viongwani na PM na china yao, melama ilovania, hamakinia, tavashia, mengei wachumunia na ke mutu taviok." Ma, please do not ask the government to come and plant your cassava. The bare figures in the budget often hide the larger human impact. For instance, I looked at the section about electricity subsidies and free water for households on low income. The electricity initiative involves 10 million divided among 55,000 households, about $181.80 per household. The benefits, therefore, will be widely felt, and similarly, the free water project for around 40,000 households will reach many individuals, about 200 per household, and equal to the back-to-school grant per child. The huge increase in the social welfare budget last year to 200 million continued in the new budget to bring relief to approximately 100,000 people. There are many other examples of financial support to make daily living a little easier for those in need, about 2,000 per social welfare beneficiary. The new National Development Plan for Charity in Fiji's way ahead for the next 5 years is officially the People's Plan. It will complement the budgets going forward. About 20,000 citizens took part in the consultations prior to its drafting. So there should be no doubt about our commitment to doing right by the people. I warned during the elections that the obstacles we would face in office were formidable, and so it has proved. But that is what we signed up for. We are not deterred We have had our setbacks and made errors. That happens with all governments. When I survey the economic, social, and political landscape in its entirety, I see the profile and vision of a new Fiji, the country of our dreams. I will not have time to talk in detail about that today, but I'm confident that we together can get there. I can just say Fiji has been wounded, Mr. Speaker, but those wounds can be healed. We can do this together, all of us, starting here in this House. The people of Fiji are awakening to a compelling truth. Although we are divided by language and customs and traditions, we nonetheless share something that binds us, something that should make us brothers, sisters, and neighbors. We belong to Fiji. These islands are home to all of us. Mr. Speaker, touching briefly on the foreign affairs aspect of my portfolio, we now have diplomatic relations with more than 182 countries. Those relationships and how we manage them are of vital importance, and I will mention something about that soon. Just recently, there were claims that we were falling down on the job. This came amidst all the ups and downs of democracy, attendant controversies, and robust exchange of opinions. Characteristics of democracies. I'm not aware of any democratic government that does not face accusations or allegations of incompetence or poor management. I remind the House again that during the elections in 2022, I anticipated an incoming government would face enormous difficulties and challenges loaded with frustrations, and it would take time to get things right. There's no way in the world we could overcome these in the first 18 months in office. However, I can say with confidence, we are steadily getting a grip on the virtual reconstruction of the country. And I thank the Honourable Leader of the Opposition for accepting that challenge, that we together can do that reconstruction job. Perhaps we need to be more effective in communicating that to the people. Mr. Speaker, sir, I plan to share with the House a list of what I see as just some of the government successes. Because of the speech time limitation, I will not be able to address these, but hopefully some of my colleagues will take over part of that task. I briefly share with you now the story of the project that will transform Vunualevu. We pushed hard to achieve agreement with development partners that would enable us to proceed. Complex negotiations with World Bank produced confirmed funding of approximately $302.6 million over 10 years. In a related initiative, the government of the People's Republic of China agreed to provide $300 million for road upgrading. That was a success, the success of our diplomacy, Mr. Speaker, sir, and we thank China for its willingness to support us. The Asian Development Bank may finance rehabilitation of bridges and jetties. The broad scope of the plan will improve virtually all the island's infrastructure. We expect that at least 60,000 Fijians, particularly women, will benefit from the new jobs. That will be a substantial boost. There will be a substantial boost to farming. Protection of natural resources will be central, especially through 30 locally managed marine protected areas. It's estimated that with private sector investment coming in, the total volume of finance will increase to about $1 billion. Mr. Speaker, sir, for many months I have been pursuing a unique project. I call it the Ocean of Peace. It doesn't have a direct bearing on this year's budget, but it is nonetheless of huge importance for our country and the Pacific Island foreign countries. It essentially is a mission to promote peace, not only as a virtue in itself, but a source of prosperity in our region and a symbol of hope in a world teetering on the edge of calamity. I've raised in a number of local speeches, including one last week at the Kandabo Provincial Council meeting, When I'm ready, I intend to make a full address on this peace project, calling for a broad support for the initiative. Finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, I feel duty-bound to call for the House members to become part of the parliamentary Keep Fit project. It is important for the nation to set an example of maintaining good health and basic fitness. When the nurses told me that I was obese a few months ago, I felt very bad. That was at 104 kg, Mr. Speaker, sir. So I started working on it. Now, even at 98 kg, I am still obese, or at least overweight, and I encourage all of us to participate on Wednesday afternoon with our civil servants. I'm assuming that you, my colleagues, will be very eager to join in, and I intend to raise the matter with the Business House Committee. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you.